We went from probably kind of panicking to get out of here to just having to accept the fact that we're going to be here.
Right now at 7, a dream honeymoon taking an unexpected turn. East Texas newlyweds finding themselves stranded in Jamaica. The true test of marriage just days in.
And the government shutdown hits day 28. Millions risk losing food aid. Workers remain unpaid and no funding vote is planned in the Senate. Those details coming up.
We got the chance for some showers and thunderstorms into the afternoon. We're going to time all that out, plus some gusty winds possible for your Wednesday. That's all ahead in your forecast on Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Hurricane Melissa reached Category 5 status yesterday, making it the strongest storm on Earth this year. The massive hurricane is now bearing down on Jamaica, which hasn't seen a direct hit from a hurricane in over a decade. It never won this strong either. Reports are already coming in of power outages and downed trees, and the National Hurricane Center warns of total structural failure is possible within the storm's eye wall. Good morning, y'all. Thanks so much for staying with us here on CBS 19 Plus. I'm Jesus Martinez.
I'm Dana Dixon. We're so glad you could join us this morning. Meteorologist Joel Robinson in the Weather Center tracking Melissa, as well as changes to our forecast. We need our umbrellas today.
Absolutely. A busy day for the Weather Center, that is for sure. We got some showers possible, thunderstorms possible into today, plus some gusty winds likely into tomorrow. Right now, we are looking at a couple of clouds overhead. That's all ahead of a system that'll be moving into this afternoon. We'll see, again, some showers and thunderstorms out of that. 50s and low 60s, upper 60s off to the southwest. That's where a warm front is located right now. That will eventually swing in, and we'll see some more warmer temperatures and humidity, which again will set the stage for some storms later. Expecting storms to start to roll in around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll see temperatures in the low to mid 70s, upper 70s for the high. As we move into this afternoon, we'll see southeast winds also at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Expecting those storms to kind of start to taper off right around 5 o'clock. And we're going to time that out on your future Skycast coming up in specific locations, of course. And then after that, whoo boy, we got some winds that we're going to be talking about as we head into Wednesday. Weather impact alert in place for Wednesday. We'll take a look at the details in your full forecast coming up.
Thank you, Joel. Right now, millions in Jamaica are bracing for a monster hurricane, Melissa, bringing the threat of forceful winds, catastrophic flooding, and deadly landslides.
It's expected to slam the island with winds up to 175 miles an hour and as much as 30 inches of rain. This storm has already been blamed for at least 3 deaths in Jamaica, as well as at least 4 other deaths in Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Jamaica's Red Cross has already set up shelters around the island as well. Ahead of this storm, local business owners are boarding up their doors and windows and piling sandbags as well. Meantime, in southern Florida, home to the second largest Jamaican American population in the U.S., well, their volunteers packed boxes of food, water, and other supplies in hopes of getting vital aid to the island nation as soon as it is safe to do so.
I have a lot of family back home in Jamaica that will potentially be impacted by this. We're really nervous for them, but we're, very hopeful.
The strongest storm of the year is also expected to slam Cuba and parts of the Bahamas sometime later today and into tomorrow. And when these East Texas newlyweds, Hunter and Cassidy Bishop, took their honeymoon, they never imagined an all-inclusive ride meant riding out a hurricane.
Yeah, CBS 19's Robert De La Garza tells us how they're finding out what it really means to weather life's storms together.
A perfect getaway surrounded by palm trees and crystal blue water has taken an unexpected turn for newlyweds, Hunter and Cassidy Bishop.
We went from probably kind of panicking to get out of here to just having to accept the fact that we're going to be here.
Trapped in paradise as Hurricane Melissa rolls through Montego Bay, casting its dark shadow over their sunny honeymoon.
I think it's just crazy, just because we were not expecting this.
Like any couple on their dream escape, they hope to never leave, but quickly learn to be careful what you wish for.
She's like, I do not want to leave. We're about to go. I do not want to leave, and now we're stuck here, and we don't know when we're going to get to leave. So that's been.
Hunter, a self-employed landscaper, and Cassidy, a barista, saved every penny to make their trip picture perfect.
Really excited for the future, but starting off, in the wrong foot in a way. We're already in a bind, and we've only been, married for a week. So
a true test of marriage just days in.
You know, as long as we're together, we're going to be okay. So I'm just glad that neither of us are in this situation alone.
A potential Category 5 hurricane may have washed away their honeymoon dreams, but the real wave that hit them was the outpouring of love from back home.
Just really encouraging for us right now and has been helping a lot.
Yeah.
Just to kind of be positive about the situation and know that God's got us.
With Melissa raining on their parade, the couple's already planning a redo.
I said we need a new honeymoon.
You know, we'll have to redo it, you know. Yeah, maybe we need to honeymoon somewhere else with a little bit more of a happy ending.
They wanted a honeymoon they'd never forget, and they got one. For CBS 19, I'm Robert De La Garza.
All right, Robert, thanks so much, and hopefully they stay safe out there. 7:08 this morning. A man is still in the hospital recovering after getting hit by a car while crossing the street in Jacksonville. Officers say the 65-year-old man is expected to be okay. Police say it happened around 7 last night on North Bolton Street. That's near the Brookshire Brothers grocery store. The driver stayed at the scene and is cooperating with police.
7:08, the government shutdown is now in its 28th day, and one of the biggest concerns is food insecurity. Millions of Americans who depend on federal food benefits could soon lose them. Federal workers have now missed a full paycheck, and pressure is growing to end the stalemate. House Speaker Mike Johnson admits that he's not sure if military members will get paid this week. Food aid could also run out by November 1st, impacting more than 40 million Americans. The Senate reconvenes today, but no vote is scheduled on a new funding bill. Here in East Texas, some are bracing for that impact. The Philadelphia Blessing Food Pantry and White House has been helping those in need for 40 years.
Yeah, they say they are already feeling some of that pressure from the shutdown.
250 families a month is about what we feed.
The totally volunteer food pantry created by the Tyler Metro Church gets most of their food through a rescue food program, receiving unused food from local supermarkets, but there's some items that they don't have if the SNAP funding stops. Their clients fear they'll be unable to purchase nutritional staples like eggs, milk, and even butter.
Yeah, I can see that they're getting a little stressed about that as I'm out there in the parking lot talking to them. As the days go forward, I can see that we're going to be really short as we have an influx in new clients because of the shutdown. I'm just looking for anybody that's wanting to help, volunteering, food, anything that we could do in this shortage to help provide for our clients.
He says their food purchasing budget is already low and expected to be strained further if the government shutdown drags on. 7:10 now. President Trump is spending another day in Japan, where he's meeting with a new prime minister and addressing U.S. troops.
It comes ahead of his closely watched meeting with China's leader later this week, focused on trade. Bradley Blackburn has the latest.
President Trump touched down today at a U.S. naval base in Japan, flanked by the country's Prime Minister, Sanae Takaichi.
Going to go down as one of the great prime ministers you watch.
Together, they boarded the USS George Washington, where the president spoke to troops.
We rebuilt the military, and we did so many things in the first term, but we're blowing it away.
Today's agenda also included a dinner with business leaders in Tokyo, ahead of which U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick announced $490 billion in investment deals in the U.S. The president has had a warm welcome from one of the U.S.'s strongest Asian allies. He was greeted by Japan's emperor yesterday and praised the alliance after meeting with the new conservative prime minister.
Anything I can do to help Japan, we will be there. We are an ally at the strongest level.
But the contentious U.S. relationship with China has faced the biggest test over trade.
They threatened us with rare earths, and I threatened them with tariffs.
Ahead of the president's meeting with Chinese leader Xi Jinping, there are reports of progress in closed-door sessions between Chinese officials and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent.
I can tell you we had a very good 2 days.
An agreement could include resuming the purchase of U.S. soybeans, the export of Chinese rare earth minerals, and a crackdown on fentanyl production in China. It's not clear whether the president would lower the current 55% tariff for most Chinese goods, but the deal could be finalized when Trump meets Xi in South Korea later this week. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Part of that deal is also supposed to include a final decision on the sale of social media app TikTok. Today, the president also met with families of Japanese citizens abducted by North Korea. There is still speculation that Trump could meet with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un this week, but experts say it is unlikely.
7:12 this morning, time now for your morning headlines. This morning, the Red Cross has received the body of another hostage from Hamas. Israeli officials say the coffin was handed over from northern Gaza and is now being transferred to Israeli troops. Now, neither side has been able to identify the body, but this marks 16 of the 28 deceased hostages returned under the ceasefire deal. And anger is growing over Israel and the delays, that is, as search crews, including teams from Egypt, continue to look for the remaining bodies. Meanwhile, Sean Diddy Combs' release date from prison has been set. According to the Federal Bureau of Prisons, Combs is expected to be released on May 8, 2028. He was convicted on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. However, the jury acquitted him of more serious charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering, which could have carried a life sentence. Combs was sentenced to just over 4 years. And before you pack your lunch, listen up. More than 2 million pounds of beef jerky are being recalled. That's because they may have pieces of metal in them. The jerky in question is from the Golden Island brand you see right there. It's the Korean barbecue pork jerky. It was sold at the Costco and Sam's Clubs nationwide. So far, there have been no reports of injuries. And the retailer best known for its high-end yoga pants, Lululemon, of course, has partnered with the NFL on an elevated apparel collection. Now, this line includes clothing and accessories made for fans of all 32 NFL teams.
It is 7:14 now. The famous St. Louis Gateway Arch is celebrating its 60th birthday today. The 630-foot high arch was completed October 28, 1965. It commemorates President Thomas Jefferson's Louisiana Purchase of 1803, and it also celebrates St. Louis's central role in the westward expansion that followed. Today, some 4 million people visit the park each year. It's on Jesus' bucket list.
It is one of many landmarks to visit. Our fun fall that is in full swing, and you can feel it everywhere, from apple picking around different parts of the country and pumpkin patches here at home to the warm and colorful leaves, the warm drinks and colorful leaves, that is. People are celebrating the season. Some even already decorating for Halloween, as you should, because it is this week, of course, and others just enjoying the nice weather we've been having lately. So what's the most fall thing y'all have done this year is our question of the day.
I don't know that I've done anything super fall. My kids were little. I was decorating all out for fall. I haven't even bought a mum this year. I'm way behind. So nothing.
I bought a mum.
As y'all know, I went to Colorado a couple weeks ago, and man, the colors just amazing. And I had some hot chocolate even, because the weather was nice and cool.
No apple cider?
No apple cider. I didn't really find any, but I saw this coffee place while I was in Estes Park, Colorado, and I'm like, I have to get me some hot chocolate. It is chilly enough for that, and I mean, it looks the part. It's got the mountains, got the trees. It was amazing. That's about the most.
I have been to high school football games.
There we go.
That is true.
That is fall.
I've done that too. Yes.
I don't think I've done anything. I mean, I have done fall related, but as a kid, we did so much more. We did the hay rides. We did the pumpkin patch. We did coloring the pumpkins.
Oh, yes.
I know. A memory came up on my phone of me taking the kids to a pumpkin patch, and I thought, oh, we don't do that anymore.
So
you bought mums.
I did. I have some, but they're dying. So it is what it is. Alrighty, well, if you want to win tickets to Wonder Screams in Shreveport, you have a chance to win by just answering our question of the day. You can win a family of 4 packs of tickets to the haunted attraction. So go ahead and head over to our Facebook page and share your answers today.
Yeah, and you know what? We've already got a winner for today. A family 4-pack of tickets to Wonder Screams in Shreveport is going to Ben Mims from Russ. Congratulations. Stop by the station to pick up your tickets.
Congratulations.
Was that traffic spooky this morning?
Not really. I mean, there's a couple of areas of fog that we'll have to watch for, but as for the vehicle traffic, we're doing okay. So I-20, we still got about 2 hours over to Dallas and an hour and 30 minutes over to Shreveport, so no complaints there. US 69 looking fantastic. We got 2.5 hours up to Denison and an hour and 30 minutes down to Lufkin. looking pretty good there. Other routes across the area starting to pick up just a little bit. We got 55 minutes from Jacksonville to Nacogdoches and 40 minutes from Tyler to Longview. Tyler to Palestine's up to 55 minutes at this point, and Tyler to Athens, that'll be a 45-minute commute for you as you head out this morning. All right. For current visibilities, again, we're watching for a couple of areas of fog, especially in our eastern counties. We're down to 4 miles of visibility in Marshall, 4.5 for Jefferson. Meanwhile, got some light haze over deep East Texas. We're down to 9 miles of visibility in Nacogdoches, 8 miles of visibility in Crockett. So some places a little bit better than others, but still expecting that fog to kind of hang around at least through 9 o'clock this morning. So I'm giving you yellow lights through this morning. Temperatures starting out in the 60s. We'll be up into the upper 70s by this afternoon. I am expecting most of us to be pretty rain-free by this evening. So that's why I am giving you green ×3 for your afternoon commute.
Time for CBS 19 Sports.
Morning, y'all. Dan Malay with your sports here. Appreciate you joining us, folks. As I speak to you here right now, we are officially entering week 10 of the Beast Texas football season. So with things nearly wrapping up, it's only right we send our Under the Lights kickoff show to see the best of the best. And I'm, of course, talking about those Carthage Bulldogs. Carthage began the season at #1 on our preseason Fab 15. And here in week 10, that is where they remain. We'll look at this week's poll altogether in a minute. But after surviving a scare to Athens the week prior, the Bulldogs blew the doors off Bullard this past Friday, 62-7. But Coach Surratt is making sure his team doesn't get too high on itself.
Yeah, we're focusing on us. We're focusing on getting 1% better, and we talked about the grind, and hopefully the grind's halfway through, and that means that'd be 16 games. And obviously that's our goal. And just told the seniors earlier that we just had our practice, and you only got 7 more possible Mondays, so it's coming down, to the end of this thing.
That's right, people. For most teams, the season's just about to wind down, but for the Bulldogs, they're at about the halfway point. That's just how they roll. All right, Fab 15 time, like I said, Carthage, #1, no doubt about it. Then it's Kilgore, Texas High, Pleasant Grove, Lindale, Sulphur Springs, Canton, exact same 1 through 7 as we saw last week. Longview sneaks in at the 8 spot, jumping in. They were #9 last week. Let's check out the second half. Athens, I said Athens might jump. They did a little bit, more of a step than a jump from 10 to 9. And then we got Marshall, Lufkin, Pittsburgh. Pine Tree makes its way into the Fab 15. They beat Chapel Hill last week, so Chapel Hill's gone. Pine Tree is in. Then it's Nacogdoches and Van at 14 and 15. Small schools. Troop finally breaks through. I kind of been waiting for this one, folks. They are officially #1 on our small schools poll. They've been in the top 3 for a long time, but at 9-0, they are #1. Then Mount Enterprise. They won our game of the week last week. They jumped from 6 to 2. Frankston and Winsboro 3 and 4. Westwood loses their first game of the season, so they go from 1 to 5. Elysian Fields with their first loss. They're at #6. Lovelady with their first loss. A lot of that last week. 7-1 at #7. Then Gladewater's in the 8 spot at 7-1. Finally, back half, we got Atlanta. They go from 10 to 9. ARP from 9 to 10. Then it's Honeygrove, West Rusk, Edgewood, Grand Saline, and Jefferson. Looking back at last night's Monday night football matchup, Chiefs hosting the Commanders as Kareem Hunt burst through the middle for the touchdown, made it 7-0 Chiefs later on. How about another one for Mr. Hunt? This one off the throw from Patrick Mahomes. That made it 14-7. Mahomes had a pretty good night last night. We'll talk about it here. But first, check out this pass to Travis Kelce, one of his best friends, one of his BFFs over there in the end zone. But Mahomes finished with 299 yards, 3 touchdown passes. Chiefs win it 28-7, improving to 5-3. In NBA action last night, the Rockets were looking for their first win of the year against the Nets, and, well, they got it. 137-109 was the final score last night. Tari Eason, you saw him just sink the 3. He had 20 at the half, finished with a team-high 22. Kevin Durant had 19 points and 6 boards. Alperen Sengun had 21 points, looking to continue that strong start as the Rockets find the win column. Elsewhere, the Spurs picked up a win of their own. They haven't lost yet. They're still undefeated, 121-103 over the Raptors. Victor Wembanyama didn't have the sort of insane, eye-catching kind of performance that we've seen on the stat sheet so far this year, but still a casual 24 and 15 for the 7'5 center. Finally, the Mavs lost 101-94. Really just could not hang with the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder. Got it close towards the end of the fourth quarter. quarter, but in the end, this was the Thunder's game all along. SGA had 23, 8, and 4. Cooper Flagg struggled, just 2 points in 31 minutes for the Rook. But that's all the time we have for sports. Morning, y'all. Back to y'all.
All right, thank you, Dan. Back to the government shutdown and how it's affecting East Texas. Our local Congressman, Nathaniel Moran, says he won't take a paycheck until the government shutdown is over. Moran announced yesterday afternoon that he has asked for his salary to be withheld while thousands of federal workers, including troops, air traffic controllers, and Border Patrol agents, go without pay. In a letter to the House Chief Administrative Officer, Moran wrote that public service demands shared responsibility, and he said members of Congress shouldn't be exempt from the effects of the shutdown. The shutdown has now entered 28 days, and frustration continues to grow in Washington as negotiations remain stalled. Moran joins several lawmakers making similar pledges to forego pay until federal employees get theirs. Speaking of Congressman Moran, he will be hosting a live tele-town hall meeting to discuss the ongoing government shutdown and its impact right here in East Texas on families, small businesses, and our community. You'll have the chance to ask questions and hear updates on how his office is helping those impacted. There are several ways that you can join this. You can call 888-485-5170, or you can join online at 7:30 p.m. For assistance related to the shutdown, you can also contact the Tyler District Office. That number is 903-561-6349, or visit moran.house.gov.
All right, we're about to step away for a quick moment while we do our over-the-air broadcast with a quick news update.
Yeah, we'll be right back right here on CBS 19 Plus. Stay with us.
Good morning, y'all. I'm Jesus Martinez.
And I'm Dana Dixon. Thanks for being with us for this news update. A woman is in the Angelina County Jail this morning after Lufkin police say she refused to stop for officers while driving recklessly. Happened around 9 last night. Officers say the driver had her lights off and was swerving along the loop at about 50 miles an hour. Deputies in Nacogdoches County deployed spike strips on Highway 59, bringing the chase to an end. The woman was taken into custody and booked into the Angelina County Jail. We are waiting on police to release the suspect's name.
Meanwhile, Marshall police are continuing their search this morning for a suspect after a man was found shot to death Sunday night. Officers rushed to a house on Bean Street. That's near the Dogan School, where they found 48-year-old Carlos Hill dead. Investigators say the shooter ran off before police arrived. And this morning, they're asking for the public's help to track down that person. Anyone with information is urged to call Marshall Police. Here in East Texas, some are bracing for the impact of losing federal food benefits come November 1st because of the government shutdown.
The Philadelphia Blessing Food Pantry and White House has been helping those in need for 40 years.
250 families a month is about what we feed.
Yeah, the totally volunteer food pantry created by the Tyler Metro Church gets most of their food through a rescue food program, receiving unused food from local supermarkets. But there are some items they don't have, and if the SNAP funding stops, their clients fear they'll be unable to purchase nutritional staples such as eggs, milk, and butter.
I can see that they're getting a little stressed about that as I'm out there in the parking lot talking to them. As the days go forward, I can see that we're going to be really short as we have an influx in new clients because of the shutdown. I'm just looking for anybody that's wanting to help, volunteering, food, anything that we could do in this shortage to help provide for our clients.
Mayo says their food purchasing budget is already low and expected to be strained further if the government shutdown drags on. Well, as you head out this morning, don't forget your umbrella.
Yeah, we're tracking some rain, possibly some strong to severe thunderstorms in some parts of the area, mainly into our southeastern counties, basically Nacogdoches Center, San Augustine, Lufkin, and all the way as far north as Carthage have that best shot to see some strong to severe thunderstorms, and it's a very low end risk. Basically what this means is only 1 or 2 locations in that green shaded area will likely get in on some damaging winds up to about 60 miles per hour, maybe some quarter size hail as well, but it's not expected to be a widespread event as we head into this afternoon. We got some showers to start as the cold front continues to move to the south and east, and as it continues to do so, the more favorable environment again for some stronger storms is going to be in our southeastern counties, so you can really start to see some red on our future skycast there. And then we're watching for temperatures to cool down for your Wednesday and also the winds to pick up as well. We got a weather impact alert in place for that potential for 40 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts, and then after that we are going to be beautiful. Halloween looks fantastic. And then by Saturday night, don't forget to fall back, everybody.
After Parkinson's stole her ability to play, Denise Bacon's fingers are moving again thanks to a groundbreaking brain procedure. We'll share her incredible comeback coming up.
And the proving age is just a number. Meet the bold Texas ladies who ditched tradition and their clothes to raise money for a good cause. That story coming up next.
Really close to be making landfall here. And we can see the eye of the hurricane here starting to make landfall here. We're going to go over the latest details on that. Plus, we're going to be looking at our rain chances going into East Texas coming up in your forecast.
All right, thank you, Joel. We are keeping a close eye on Hurricane Melissa's path as it sets its sights on Jamaica. Authorities are urging people there to evacuate nearly 900 shelters ahead of what could be the island's strongest hurricane on record. Hurricane Melissa has already been blamed for at least 3 deaths in Jamaica, as well as at least 4 other deaths in Haiti and the Dominican Republic. The storm is set to then move across eastern Cuba into the Bahamas by Wednesday.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Yard on CBS 19+.
7:34. Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon.
And I'm Jesus Martinez. Thank you so much for staying with us here on CBS 19+.
Well, as Election Day approaches, voters in several East Texas school districts will see bond proposals on the ballot, including one from ARP ISD.
Yeah, the district is asking voters to consider a $10 million bond aimed at improving facilities and addressing campus needs. Now, this proposition is split into 2 parts. Prop A would fund classroom additions to ARP Junior High, district-wide safety and security upgrades and renovations, and new school buses, that is. Proposition B would cover the cost of a new multi-purpose activity facility for both district and community use. Superintendent Shannon Arrington says the bond would not increase the residents' tax rate.
We begin to realize that, with new students coming in, the direction the state is going, they allot money for various things. They're not really giving more money per pupil per se, but they're allotting different monies. And so this way we can use our bond capacity to refurbish facilities, add to, prepare for the future.
Now, if approved, construction will start in March or April of 2026. Early voting ends this Friday. Election Day is next Tuesday, November 4th. And for any information you might need for this year's election, just text the word VOTE to 903-600-2600 and we'll send you our CBS 19 voter guide straight to your phone.
Well, topping your consumer news, the cost of living has gotten more expensive for Americans. A key inflation report released last week shows prices have risen at the fastest pace since the start of the year. Many consumers are feeling that financial squeeze at the grocery store. Jen Sullivan looks at some of the prices of some key holiday staples and explains why your Thanksgiving meal will likely cost more this year.
The cost of food continues to rise. A key inflation report shows September grocery prices are up 2.7% from a year ago.
Nobody wins. We don't win, the customer doesn't win, the supplier doesn't win.
Stu Leonard Jr. is the CEO of Stu Leonard's grocery chain. He says tariffs have caused the prices of some items like shrimp to go up, forcing them to buy elsewhere.
We've had to stop buying shrimp from Brazil. We went down to Ecuador, even Vietnam and Thailand.
And it's not just seafood prices going up. Taking a deeper look at this latest inflation report, food prices for many popular ingredients in holiday dishes are up, meaning your Thanksgiving meal will likely cost you more this year. Potatoes, meats, fresh vegetables, bakery products, and alcohol prices are all up from a year ago.
It certainly adds up.
Bankrate financial analyst Stephen Cates says there are a variety of factors impacting prices.
Tariffs can have an impact, but crops can have an impact. Quality, quantity, sourcing, all of that can impact what that is.
The biggest sticker shock this season is turkey. The annual wholesale price for frozen turkey is about $1.32 per pound. That's roughly 40% higher than last year, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. There is some good news. Eggs and butter have both dropped in price in the last year. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Longview ISD is welcoming a familiar face to lead district safety. Benjamin Kemper, a 1993 Longview High graduate and longtime police officer, has been named the district's new chief of district safety. He'll officially begin, that is, November 3rd. Kemper returns after nearly 24 years with the Longview Police Department, where he has served as assistant chief and also led divisions including patrol, investigations, and SWAT. Superintendent Dr. Marla Shepard says his leadership reflects the district's commitment to proactive, relationship-based safety. Kemper says his first goal is connecting with staff and students across every campus, focusing on trust, teamwork, and creating a safe space for learning.
Well, if you're waiting on an Amazon package, you won't have to wait much longer. A ribbon-cutting ceremony was held this week for the new Amazon delivery station in Tyler. And during that event, community leaders and local elected officials got the chance to tour the new facility. It's located off Highway 271 in North Tyler, and the 140,000 square foot facility will not only better serve customers across East Texas, but will also bring more than 100 new jobs to the area.
You know, more importantly, it's fulfilling for me because a lot of our neighbors are going to be working here with Amazon, and Amazon's a company that's well known for being a good employer that provides good benefits for their employer. So we welcome them because they are known globally as being an employer of choice.
That was Scott Martinez, president and CEO of the Tyler Economic Development Council. He said that having the facility up and running in less than 12 months shows how well Amazon and the Tyler community work together to make this happen.
All right, it's 7:39 now. A group of women are bearing, not quite all, but close to it, and proving age really is just a number. Kevin Reese shows us how something that started as a joke on movie night produced some unlikely calendar girls.
What we could do is just say, everybody find a seat.
It's not every day you visit a retirement home.
Everybody find a seat.
Find 26 ladies of a certain age popping champagne, seated at one very long table, and each wearing a bright red sash. That's for the first.
Hello.
But 6 of them.
Boy, is that light? All right. Do we need to be powdered?
With Prosecco as liquid courage.
Oh my, this is my third.
Agreed to explain why. Whose fault is this?
Mine.
Retirement home resident Susan Delarios got the idea
in the quiet English town of Naples.
Talked to the executive director and almost caused a heart attack. And then I thought later, well, why not? Why not? Well, let's do it.
So, over the course of a year, Susan recruited 26 retirement home residents. 82-year-old Carol Kress said no twice.
Now, it only took her 3 times to get me.
Celine Hubler agreed just to help with paperwork.
So long as I was behind the scenes, I didn't care.
And yet she's in a picture.
And yet I'm in there. Prosecco helps.
Oh, okay. Yes. And sometimes with that liquid courage in hand, photo shoots popped up all over the Presbyterian Village North Campus.
And why I persisted? Sure. There were times I wanted to go, I can't do this.
But they did. And the result? Timeless beauties, barely seasoned and fabulous. A skinny dip in the fitness center swimming pool. A little naked mahjong in the game room. A lightly clothed happy hour. The outdoor pond. A day with a few friends at the dog park. The pickleball court. And a good semi-nude read in the library. Are you celebrities now?
No, we hope to be.
Celebrities raising money for a charity of their own, the T. Boone Pickens Hospice Program at Forefront Living, while also sending a thinly disguised message.
That we have fun.
Age doesn't define you.
And aging is not to be feared.
I hope we inspire them to get up every day and embrace life. Embrace the joy of living.
They weren't supposed to buy them yet.
Meanwhile, back at the calendar reveal party.
They're buying them already.
Yes, the men of the retirement village were lining up to get a calendar of their own.
That's okay. Let them buy them. Okay, who needs to sign this?
And the ladies wondering if the men would ever be brave enough to do this too.
Well, they don't have to be naked to be sexy.
A resident named Duke Thornton suggested the men were more ready than they thought.
What do you think, Penny? Should I get some men together? We'll do the full Monty.
Until then, if you're in need of a 2026 calendar with a group of ladies aged 59 to 92 enjoying a New Year's Eve party bus in the Buff, this may be the calendar and the models for you in North Dallas. I'm Kevin Price.
Yeah, cheers to them. Man, that's awesome.
Those men were lining up for those calendars.
They certainly were.
Just said, let him buy it.
All right, also trending today, less than a month after taking its iconic skillet beef queso off the menu, which you all know by now is my favorite. Chili's is bringing it back. I knew they would. After a cheesy social media uprising, the chain posted, "We hear you," confirming the fan favorite dip will soon return, skillet and all. The newer Southwestern queso also staying, meaning both will share the menu. No word yet on the exact date of this, but Chili's says it'll be back before the holidays. Don't you worry. Okay, I have to be honest.
Yeah.
I never thought for a second they weren't bringing it back.
Oh, yeah. By we hear you, they meant we hear you, comma, Dana.
Oh, and all my friends who also commented on the post, because we did it when it first happened, and then I posted that video, and people in the comments were like, what is going on? This is the best thing on the menu, and it's been there for such a long time. I remember having it as a kid, and I still love it.
I think the chips did change, as you mentioned. I went to try them. They're not as thin.
They're not as thin
as I remembered.
Okay, Chili's, do you hear us? We need our thin chips back. That's what made them special.
It's our Chili's conspiracy theory.
That is step 2.
Step 2.
Step 2 in the process.
Right? Yep. Step 3 is bring back the ranch that y'all got rid of.
Oh.
They got this flavored ranch, yeah.
They also had this honey lime dressing that I used to love.
Yeah.
Come on, Chili's.
As long as my Chipotle bowl is still there, I'm happy.
Don't mess with a good thing.
Right. Keep it as is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
You can add new things. Just don't take my
Don't take them
favorites away.
All right. Well, Chick-fil-A, another restaurant, is testing its first ever vending machine. But this one's open at Children's Hospital in Georgia. The temperature-controlled fridge offers grab-and-go favorites like the Cool Wrap, the Southwest Veggie Wrap, and waffle potato chips. It's open 24/7, except on Sundays, of course. So it's 24/6 in this case. It takes only cards. Chick-fil-A says the goal is convenience for hospital and staff visitors. The company hasn't said yet how long the test will last for or if more locations are coming.
I think that's awesome.
Wow.
It is, but I wouldn't jump on board.
Why?
If I'm going to Chick-fil-A, I'm going for the sandwich, and sandwich only.
You're not going for the cool variety of
No,
things?
I'm not going for the wraps. I'm not going for the healthy potato chips. I'm going to get some nice, greasy, juicy sandwich with some fries.
Or chicken tenders and the French fries. Have you tasted their new chips, though? The ones that have that like barbecue sauce flavor?
I haven't.
Oh my, they're so good.
I don't think I've had that yet.
Joel had Chick-fil-A for the first time, like what, 4 months ago at this point?
No,
breakfast.
Breakfast. Chick-fil-A breakfast.
Chick-fil-A breakfast.
Yeah, I've had Chick-fil-A. I've had my fair share of Chick-fil-A.
Yes, we love Chick-fil-A in our house. We have it at least once a week.
There we go, Chick-fil-A breakfast on the go.
Well, have you ever wondered if a giant pumpkin could crush a car?
Oh.
Your wait's over.
Maybe.
Let's show you a 2,000-pound pumpkin.
Oh,
boom. Dropping from nearly 14 stories onto a 1991 Geo Metro. I remember those cars. I had some friends who had one. Yeah, they're not going to survive that pumpkin. A pumpkin grower in Utah decided to use this method to get rid of his old car over the weekend.
Wow.
Alan Gebert drove the Geo for nearly 35 years until it stopped running, which was his cue to drop a massive pumpkin onto the compact car.
Wow.
Before he entered the gourd was in a giant Utah Pumpkin Festival way off, where it came in first place, of course, weighing in at 1,917 pounds. Safe to say, the Geo Metro was no match.
Is he taking car requests? Because I could really crash my old car right now.
You could?
It's stalled out.
Car requests.
But you had a new one.
I did get a new one, but I want to crash the other one. I loved it, but hated it.
It's one way for it to go, I guess.
That is, wow, what an epic way to go.
It really is. Bye-bye, Geo Metro.
Big pumpkin.
Well, we're ushering in some new kind of weather for today. We're going to get some rain and then wind, crazy winds coming to East Texas.
Yeah, a lot of heavy winds, rain coming in today. The winds come in tomorrow. But speaking of winds, a lot of wind with Hurricane Melissa here. We're going to take a look at that. We are basically watching the eye at this point make landfall as we speak. It is right there on the cusp there. on the edge of the island. It should be making landfall probably within the next 30 minutes here. But we got some very intense winds here. 175 miles per hour winds is what we're working with here when it comes to Hurricane Melissa. Category 5. We're way beyond the minimum for a Category 5. That's 157 miles per hour, by the way. So we are looking at way beyond what a Category 5 should be here. Or I should say the minimum of a Category 5 should be. It is expected to weaken as it continues to move to the northeast, and that's all due to of course, the land masses that it's about to run into and the shear. That's also something that we're going to be watching for as well. Lots of energy for this storm to take advantage of here. We're looking at some bright colors here that is going to take advantage, the storm is going to be taking advantage of, and lots of moisture as well also in that track for Hurricane Melissa. So lots of moisture to take advantage of, but a lot of shear. Again, you combine the shear with the land masses that it's about to hit. We're looking for it to be a Category 4 within the next 24 hours here, and likely a Category 2 as it continues to track to the northeast. So we're going to keep you updated on that as it continues to track. And coming up in your main forecast, we're going to talk about, again, the rain chances going into today, and of course the wind gusts going into tomorrow. That's coming up in your forecast. Don't go away.
All right, Joel, thanks so much. 7:49 this morning. If you're counting your steps, a new study says how you walk may matter more than just how much. Why a long walk could be the healthiest move you ever make. It's coming up next.
$7:51 now, a health alert. A new study is shedding light on the effectiveness of the COVID vaccine. Researchers found last year's COVID vaccine was effective at preventing the virus, but its effectiveness did fade over time. The study published in JAMA looked at the 2024-25 version, and it found that about 4 weeks after taking the shot, the vaccine was 44% effective. But about 5 months after getting the vaccine, its effectiveness dropped to just 16%. Well, when it comes to food choices, your brain works faster than you think. A study from the University of Melbourne found your brain judges a food's taste, calories, and healthiness within a fraction of a second. Researchers say our brains process all that information at once, not in separate steps, helping us decide what looks good and what's good for us in an instant. And if you're the kind of person who counts your daily steps, listen up. A study in the UK found that it is best to take one long walk daily rather than taking multiple short walks throughout the day. People who walked 15 minutes or longer daily had a lower risk of death and a lower risk of cardiovascular disease than people who took shorter walks, even if the overall number of steps they took was the same. Well, doctors are finding creative ways to help Parkinson's patients regain what the disease has taken away from them. In Britain, a musician has found her rhythm again, and it happened right in the middle of brain surgery. CBS's Tina Kraus has the story.
Making music was at the center of Denise Bacon's life, but Parkinson's disease changed everything. The 65-year-old had to stop playing the clarinet she loved.
It was mainly because the fingers weren't pressing, I couldn't press them accurately on the holes and the keys.
Bacon thought that part of her life was over until she underwent deep brain stimulation at a London hospital. Doctors inserted 2 tiny wires into the parts of her brain that control movement. She stayed awake with her scalp and skull numb to test the results in real time, picking up her clarinet for the first time in 5 years.
So we could test her finger movements and the speed of the movements and make sure that they are no longer stiff, they can do what she wants them to do.
Bacon says she was delighted as she saw immediate improvement during the 4-hour surgery.
It's just amazing to see and feel my fingers moving better and faster and sort of flowing more.
Deep brain stimulation is not a cure for Parkinson's, and it doesn't stop symptoms from getting worse, but it gives patients more control over their movements, helping doctors fine-tune treatment that in some cases can hit all the right notes. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
All right, good morning, everybody. Let's get into your forecast. So we're tracking low pressure off to the west alongside a stationary front that is also eventually going to be a warm front. So that'll help the warm air and moisture from behind that front to eventually advance into East Texas. And then once this low pressure area moves closer alongside that cold front, we're going to be in for some showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. We got some thunderstorms and showers in progress over Oklahoma and parts of western Arkansas. There is a chance that a couple of these thunderstorms will be a little bit strong to severe, mainly in these counties in green here. Basically what this means is a couple of these locations may see a couple of damaging wind reports up to about 60 miles per hour and potentially some large hail up to about quarter size. Not looking at a too widespread of a severe weather threat here, but the conditions in this area are a little bit more favorable for maybe some stronger to a little bit more severe storms. But by and large here, mainly looking at some run-of-the-mill thunderstorms, some showers to start. You can see it on our future skycast. Here's 10 o'clock this morning. Starting to see some showers off to the northwest, and as that cold front and low pressure system makes its way further into East Texas, we'll start to see these showers start to pick up a little bit of speed, a little bit of momentum, especially over our southeastern counties. You can see some of those red colors in there, a little bit more intense in the way of rainfall in that direction. And then as that cold front continues to move through, we'll have some cooler temperatures, of course. Temperatures starting out on a Wednesday in the upper 40s to low 50s, and the winds also going to be cranking up as well. We're not expecting too much out of the way of rainfall. Could perhaps pick up maybe about a quarter of an inch, maybe half an inch under some of the heaviest thunderstorms as we head into Wednesday, but you can see a lot of areas picking up only about trace amounts, so it's really not going to be all that impactful. But one thing that will be is 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. weather impact alert. We're talking about, again, 40 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts for your Wednesday, so you'll definitely want to make sure to bring those Halloween decorations inside or tie them down. Any loose objects that are outside, definitely make sure to secure those. Now, after that, winds will really start to lighten up by Thursday and for your Halloween. Saturday, got a couple showers possible, and then we fall back Saturday night.
Joel, what time?
Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon.
And I'm Jesus Martinez. Thank you so much for being with us for this news update. This morning, some tourists are now finding themselves caught right in the middle of the path of Hurricane Melissa. When a newly married East Texas couple booked their dream honeymoon in Jamaica, they never imagined they'd be spending it in the middle of a hurricane.
Yeah, Hunter and Cassidy Bishop are now stranded in Montego Bay as Hurricane Melissa moves across the island. What was supposed to be a peaceful getaway surrounded by palm trees and crystal blue water has turned into an unforgettable experience for the Bishops, who are learning what it really means to weather life's storms together.
He's like, I do not want to leave. We're about to go. I do not want to leave, and now we're stuck here, and we don't know when we're going to get to leave. So that's
just really encouraging for us right now, and has been helping a lot.
Yeah,
just to kind of be positive about the situation and know that God's got us.
The couple says they're keeping faith and staying positive, thankful for the outpouring of support from loved ones back home. And while this wasn't the honeymoon they planned, they're already talking about a redo, one with calmer skies and a much happier ending.
Well, a Tyler woman will spend the next 40 years in prison after pleading guilty to multiple charges in connection to a viral arrest last May. 33-year-old Brianna Irwin pled guilty to multiple charges stemming from a May 11th incident, including aggravated assault on a public servant, harassment of a public servant, and drug possession. Police say officers were investigating a theft at a Dollar General on Gentry Parkway when Irwin resisted arrest, grabbed an officer's gun, and fired it. A substance found in her purse later tested positive for meth. Tyler police confirmed that the officers involved have since returned to regular duty following an internal investigation. In Smith County, a Smith County business owner that is already serving time for murder will spend 15 more years in prison. Seferino Bautista Renteria admitted to 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Now, these charges come from the same July 4th, 2024 shooting that killed 19-year-old Raleigh Eli Sanchez, who was already sentenced for 60 years for Sanchez's murder. All right, let's get checking that forecast now with Joel. Umbrella and rain jacket today, right?
Check.
Absolutely. That's what you're going to need. And some of these storms that we could see today could be a little bit on the strong to severe side, mainly in our southeastern counties, basically Nacogdoches all the way up to Carthage and southeast, where it has that best chance to see some stronger to severe thunderstorms. A couple of them will be strong to severe, not looking at huge severe weather risk by any means, not widespread by any means, but certainly, especially in those southeastern counties, be aware of maybe some stronger storms that could produce some gusty winds and heavy rainfall, potentially some quarter-size hail as well. But overall, mainly looking at run-of-the-mill thunderstorms, of course, starting out as showers. As they continue to move to the south and east, they'll run into some more favorable conditions, that being our southeastern counties. So you can see some red starting to show up there on our future skycast. That's where some of the heaviest rain is going to be falling. And then after that, we got temperatures in the 40s and 50s to start your Wednesday, and then winds gusting up to 40 to 45 miles per hour. So we're going to keep you updated on that. And then don't forget to fall back as we go into Saturday night.
All right, just after 8 o'clock this morning, we've been talking about it, fall in full swing, and of course, you can already feel it in the air. Some people apple pick up in the Northeast. We do pumpkin packages down here, maybe in our short sleeves. Drink to warm, cozy drinks like apple cider. We've got some colorful leaves in the works as well. So all that to say, what's the most fall thing you've done so far this season?
I feel like I have not falled well this year.
No, because it's been a little too warm to fall.
I did burn my autumn leaves candle over the weekend, and I swear to you, it made my house smell for a complete 24 hours after I was done burning it. So that was very fall-like.
I have to stop by and get me some fall cake. I have not done that yet.
You better hurry, because it's almost Christmas time.
It is.
It turns Christmas for me on November 1st.
One candle, that's it. And then I'll get Christmas candles.
Right around the corner, too. Can't believe that.
What is it? What's today? The 28th? So less than 2 months until Christmas.
Yeah, no, that is wild. And like I was saying earlier, I feel like the most fall thing I did was go to Colorado, where it would definitely feels like more like fall. Estes Park, going to see the colors, the mountains, the hot chocolate.
Yeah.
All the good things.
All the fun
Hopefully it
things.
gets cooler sooner rather than later.
I know someone who has done something very fall. It's our leader,
Aw.
Mara. Look at her little fall pumpkin right there. Oh my goodness.
Munching on that pumpkin.
He's eating that pumpkin. He's just so cute. Oh my goodness. She carved out a little pumpkin costume for him. I've had my kids be pumpkins before. Hampton was a pumpkin princess one year, but we've never been in the pumpkin. That's adorable.
Yeah,
that photo shoot was amazing. Go check it out on her Facebook page.
Yeah.
It's too many adorable pictures.
Your
of it.
aunties and uncles needed to see that this
They
morning.
did.
That is very fall.
Very.
And had you not gotten rid of your mums,
We could have put them right next to there. I mean, they're still there. Their
survival is
surviving. Their
is in question.
saturation has gone down. In the
What color did you get?
I got a white one, a yellow, purple, and a green one, I think.
Green mums?
Maybe? No, orange?
Orange, probably
I
orange.
know I got a white one, a purple one.
I love the burnt orangey ones and the ones that are maroon.
Yeah. Those are the
are
best
so
ones.
pretty.
A&M maroon.
Very pretty.
A&M maroon. I don't know about that burnt orange or whatever, but
Right.
someone in the house likes it. All right, want to win some tickets to Wonder Screams in Shreveport? You'll have a chance to win just by answering our question of the day. Some people already have. You can win a family 4-pack of tickets to this haunted attraction. Keep on heading over to our Facebook page this week to share your answer. And we've been telling you all about it this morning, so now we got to tell you who the winner is of this family 4-pack of tickets. It is Paula Lawrence. Congratulations to you. You're going to Wonder Screams. Just come by the station to pick up those tickets if you dare.
We're not that scary here. We're not that scary
People
here.
are not scared of me at all. Tomorrow, maybe people might be scared of the winds. They're going to be staying indoors.
Howling winds.
Yeah, howling winds. If I dare, I'm gonna go over by the green screen and get you
Vampire
over that
forecast.
forecast here. Yeah, we gotta watch out for Wednesday. That's our biggest chance to see some gusty winds. We're talking 40 to 45, possibly even 50-mile-per-hour winds are going to be possible, and those are gusts. Sustained winds between 20 and 30 miles per hour. So it's going to be an overall windy day. So we got that weather impact alert still in place for Wednesday. But then after that, it's looking great. Look, we got sunshine, 65 for Thursday. Winds really start to lighten up. And then 70 for Halloween, looking great there. And then also got a couple of showers possible on Saturday. And then don't forget, we're going to be experiencing 2 a.m. twice on Sunday morning as we fall back.
My favorite time.
You like getting that extra hour of sleep. All right, it all started with a doll, the kind that stares at you from across the room, or one you find in a dusty attic. Am I scaring you? In Rochester at the History Center of Olmsted County, these forgotten dolls are taking the lead, curating exhibits, connecting visitors to some scary history, and even sharing a little scare along the way. Guests can explore the artifacts, hear their stories, and vote for their favorite doll before the exhibit ends. Okay, I don't know if you saw that one doll, but she was giving the look, like very judgy.
That doll, I don't know what it's doing.
Oh, and there's a Ouija board too.
Oh, dear. Oh,
These are scary dolls. There are some scary dolls in life.
This reminds me of that one scene from the Polar Express, that one train car that has all the forgotten toys.
Yeah.
It just has the creepy toys just swinging around, just looking at you.
Why, when we created dolls, would we have created them creepy?
Right.
I don't get it.
I remember my mom had her, I think it was her first toy, her first doll as a kid, still in its box. I think she put it back in the box. It stayed in the living room for a good while, just staring out there.
Yeah.
It was a little creepy.
It's the ones that have the eyes that go up and down that sometimes get like stuck, and then they're, I don't know.
They just twitch by its on its own.
On its own.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, man.
I'm not going to check out that museum, but it was fun to talk about.
We'll watch it from here.
Nightmare fuel.
All right. All right. Well, thanks so much for continuing your day with us here in Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus. Of course, make sure to catch the noon show coming up later today.
And we wanted to show you a schedule of what's going on throughout the rest of the day. Or we'll get you that later. But thanks so much for being with us this morning. We hope you have a good rest of your day. Of course, we'll see you dark and early tomorrow.